Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we've been doing this very dumb experiment on our construction here. Now we have way too much construction, we know this, and we've been trying to balance our economy around it. I think it's very possible to do. Ultimately it's a dumb experiment though, right? And we don't really need to do it. I said previously, and I want to check our infamy here, 49.5, okay. I said previously that I wanted to try to balance our economy around this, and I think that we kind of have, almost. Government wages and military wages are minimum right now. Hypothetically, if we were to bring our military down, 976k? Okay, sure. And that is... yeah, okay. So I think it's time to end this dumb experiment. I feel like I've learned what I needed to know, which is there's honestly absolutely no reason with the game existing as it is right now to be over about 5,000 construction. I think that's the conclusion that we can draw from this little experiment. So I'm not really admitting defeat. I do think that it's possible to balance your economy around this. I also don't think there's really a reason to do so, right? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start scaling down our construction sectors. And the way that we're going to do that is, let's see, we go into our buildings, development, and we can't do it from here, I guess. Interesting. We can't downscale our construction from here. Yeah, we can't expand it. I expected to be able to contract it from there, but I guess we'll just go up like state by state. And we're going to remove this. This will create radicals. Wait, what is happening here? It's alternating between the port and the construction sector? That's weird. I didn't necessarily expect that to happen. I expected to be able to just spam that, but it's moving around. Okay, that's really awkward. So we're going to go through some of these and get rid of these construction sectors. And then it moves to here. I guess it's sorted from most to least, so it'll move down. Interesting. If only there's like a macro builder style thing. That would be nice. But we're going to get rid of a few of these construction centers at this point. There's not really a reason to have any more of them than about 5,000. So we're going to do like one state, I think, per week tick until we get down. I just want to let that update and see what happens. 58,051, okay. So then we come in here and we bring this down. Actually, let's just bring it down by tens. There we go. 5716. Cool. And this will also give time for these freshly unemployed people to move over into other situations. Although, while this is happening, I do want to move up our... let's see, our welfare payments, at least up to here. We can't go any further than that because of bureaucracy costs. That's okay. I also want to make sure that we are getting our taxation capacities fixed. So Kansas and Massachusetts. Kansas and Massachusetts. And also I want to make sure that we are getting our market access fixed. So New Brunswick, Quebec gets 4. 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This actually only needed 2, but whatever. 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2 here. 1, 2, 3 here. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll tick on forward. There we go. And on this week tick, we're going to need to remove construction from another location. In this case, we're going to go for Alberta. So we're going to downsize this on down. There we go. And this is going to be an ongoing project for a little while, it looks like. We're going to have to downsize quite a lot of construction here. There we go. British Columbia. Next up would be Alaska. It was definitely an interesting experiment. There's no doubt about that. Money for the Communist Party. That's a lot of money for the Communist Party. No, thank you. Okay. So now, did we already get Alaska? We did. Okay, let's go to Hawaii. And we're going to turn down our construction sectors here. Beautiful. Like I said, I don't think there's any reason to have more than about 5,000 construction. That's what we're going to target capping out at until at least such a time as they substantially change the way that construction is done. So we're going to back off our... It's much easier if we go in here. And we're going to back off our construction sectors. I'm now going to do this, since we know how much this is reducing by, not a lot, I'm going to do this 3 states at a time. And then we'll give that a weak tick. Cool. Now, we do have a lot of radicalism right now. That's going to need to be worked on. Okay, let's grab ourselves another 3 construction sectors. It was certainly an interesting experiment, and I knew that it would be a problematic one, right? That was known going into this, that it wasn't going to be a good way to do things. But we'll back that off a bit more. We're down to 49,000, which is still way too much, for the record. Okay. There we go. So we're going to take this out of another 3 states here. Cool. Construction sector here. And construction sector down here. Cool. We may miss a few here and there. We'll see. 47,000. So this is going down by like 2,000 each. But actually that updates, doesn't it? It does. Noted. Okay, so we should go through and get this done for a lot of these states then. Like, I'm going to do like 5. I don't want to do all of them at once. So I'm going to do 5 states per at this point. Cool. Again, it didn't take all that long to construct all of this. And it was certainly fascinating to see how that worked. I really think that we could have balanced around it, but there's just no point. There's just no point in doing it. It's a complete and total waste. So we're going to get rid of our construction sectors all throughout here. Cool. That brings us down to around 40,000 construction. And I just want to check in... If we go into our... Let's see, these are here. Yeah, this map mode tells me basically what I need to know. Fantastic. So next up, we'll get Washington. And we'll back off on our construction sectors there. And then we'll do the same in Oregon. And then in California. And I want to check in... Yeah, 4 million unemployed right now. That's going to require some work. And we can definitely see tons of radicalism coming about because of this. I'm not shocked about this, for the record. We've got an election in 13 days, and that should help matters. Mobile armor has been unlocked. So let's go into our buildings here. We need to go down to our war machine industries, and we're going to go over to tank production. And then we're going to go into our stuff here, go to mechanized infantry. Beautiful. Next up, of course, we need to grab... The only option is modern battle fleet tactics. This is the only thing that we don't have, correct? Correct. We have every other tech. Cool. So let's grab Arizona here and continue to downsize our construction. There we go. And what is this? Costa Rica is offering us an obligation if we back them in the diplomatic play against communist Costa Rica. We decline. We are in no position right now to do that. Okay, so Nevada, we want to ditch our construction sectors in as well. We're going to have to work our radicalism down, but at least now we have a solid idea of what a maximal construction sector should look like. Okay, so we're a contested government right now. That's not too bad, actually. Cool. So we're going to continue to downsize these. We are down to about half of our construction capacity. But yes, we now know that this is not the way to go. We knew that to begin with, to be clear. But I wanted to know exactly how much it wasn't the way to go. Cool. So we'll bring these on down, and we'll rebalance our economy around about 5,000 construction. That feels like it's about the right amount. So let's go up over here. Ditch this construction, continuing to just go on through here. Excellent. Because this is all just a complete and total waste of money, right? Absolutely. We're going to have a large amount of unemployment from this, and we'll have to work our way through that. But that's okay. How will we go about working our way through that? That's an interesting question. We'll be checking in on these constructions. Electricity is currently expensive, so let's go ahead and construct some power plants in, say... So these are peasants. This isn't unemployed. I wish we could see unemployed from here. But let's go ahead and build some power plants in Quebec. There we go. And let's also build... Steel is currently expensive, as is artillery and aeroplanes. Okay, let's build some arms industries. Actually, we have some queued up in Pennsylvania. Okay, those are about to finish. Aeroplanes are expensive right now, so war machine industries would be good. We will build some of these in Oregon, and we'll take that up to 100. Cool. That should be more than enough. And yeah, we are now maxed out on our target there. We do need more radios, so electric industries in Idaho sounds good to me. Oil, opium, nothing we can do about that. Kansas, Massachusetts, and North Dakota are going to require government administrations. So Kansas and Massachusetts we already got. North Dakota will build a government administration in. And we should definitely make sure that our market access is being kept up with. And another in Ontario. Okay, that looks good. Now, where were we on our constructions? Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas? Okay, we made our way all the way through that. It's like Minnesota. Beautiful. Iowa. So 2613. We've still got way more construction sectors than we need. Let's next come down over here. This is going to get us a whole lot of radicalism. We'll work our way through that. That's not the biggest of deals. Okay. So we're at 23,511 right now. This construction sector will be reduced. In Tennessee, we'll do the same. In Kentucky, we'll do the same. Cool. And then Illinois. And then Wisconsin. And, of course, Michigan. And Indiana. And where else would we need to go? Like Alabama? Sure. Okay, 16,511. That's still way more than we need. So we'll drop it in Florida and then in Georgia. This isn't shocking. None of this is surprising. We drop this off. There we go. And this one in North Carolina. Let's go for Virginia next. And we are at about 13,000. Okay. West Virginia. Doesn't have any urban buildings. That's kind of surprising to me. Okay, whatever. Ohio, we could leave, but I think that we do get rid of it here. Cool. So we're down to almost 10,000 construction now. So we've got our construction sectors in Pennsylvania that we'll get rid of. 9,800. We'll do the same in New Jersey. And we definitely want to get rid of them in DC. We know that we had a government administration population problem with DC. Apparently that's gone now, but that's fine. And New York, we can drop these as well. We're at about 8,000. Now about 7,000. So it's about 1,000 per location. Cool. So Vermont, we're getting really close here. 5426. New Hampshire, I think we'll leave it be here. 5426 is fine. I want to maintain maximum construction in the locations where it's constructed for economy of scale throughput. Okay, now I'm expecting we're paying a huge amount of welfare. Yes, that is correct. That is because we have a very large amount of unemployed people right now. We're going to work our way through that, but it will take some time. Yeah, we have a bunch of states in turmoil. No shockers here. People are very upset that we fired everybody. What's going on here? Fireside chat? Sure. Do we care about authority? Not really is the answer. Okay, what is going on here? We declare neutrality. How are we doing on our infamy? We are at 47.5. Noted. Okay, so this seems fine as far as our construction speed. This is still really, really, really fast construction, right? So I think that's completely okay. Steel is expensive, and I do think that building another round of steel mills somewhere does make a lot of sense. Say, Texas. We'll queue that up to 60 for max economy of scale, right? We're still maxed at 60, or rather at 50. Let's see here. Doesn't really matter what we look at. Yeah, 50 from economy of scale. Okay, so that's good. We'll just work our way through this construction, and we're actually losing money in our investment pool. That's fascinating. Our primary issue right now is actually subsidies. 5.46 million from shipyards. Okay, so we should probably stop subsidizing the shipyards. I think that's very clear at this point. Auto-expand these, yes. And don't subsidize the shipyards anymore. There we go. This is a little better. We can afford these welfare payments. So that seems fine. Standard of living has dropped somewhat, and that combined with the ownership shares is why our radicalism has creeped upward. I'm wondering if that's going to start coming down here. It is. Kind of. Kind of. It kind of is. Okay. Noted. So what else is expensive right now? I mean, we've got market access issues. No shockers here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 1. Okay, those look good. We need market access down over this way. Beautiful. Are we running any input goods shortages? Aeroplanes. We're working on that. Okay, cool. Insufficient taxation capacity in North Dakota. We're working on it. And we have a free government reform, but we don't actually want to reform our government. We have a projected bureaucratic shortfall, so we may want to put in some government administrations somewhere where there's a huge amount of unemployment. I wish we could see where our unemployment really was. Is there, like, a map mode for that? Location finder, production lens, political lens. I don't think that there is. But we could look out over here and see 230k. I'm looking for somewhere with a huge number of unemployed people. Like at least 300 to 400k would be ideal. I see 200 in a number of these. I guess this is pretty close. Okay, so let's go ahead and build some government administrations out here. And there's already 10. We're going to build up to 60 of them. Cool. For that economy of scale. Okay, so let's let this tick forward at this point. Our construction queues basically are what they are. We're going to run out of the investment pool shortly. And it looks like we'll still be positive financially, so that's good. Beautiful. Did we turn our military buildings back up? Yes, we did. Good to know. So we're going to want to eventually turn our taxes down and turn our wages back up, right? We dipped negative here temporarily. Prussia declared rivalry. Hilarious. Okay, this is still ticking upwards due to standard of living dropping off. Standard of living should start to recover as our unemployment drops. That's the idea, anyway. So we're constructing heavily, and we will continue to do so to get these people employed. That is the overall goal here. So getting all of these power plants built is 11 weeks out. War machine industries are 13 weeks out. Electrics industries, 12 weeks out. Steel mills, they're a ways out. And those government administrations are also a ways out. So that's fine. We are slightly negative here due to some unrealized taxes. Now, some of that is going to be due to the turmoil. Most of this problem is going to be due to our low market access. So we're going to keep an eye on this market access. Quebec requires a railway. Looks good. Anything else? Alaska actually requires 2. Okay. Sounds good. We have no additional ports to build, so that's reasonably fine. And we do want to start our diplomatic play up here eventually. Actually, I'm going to cancel this welfare increase. There we go. I don't think we need to be paying more in welfare. We're paying a lot right now, and that is almost exclusively due to our amount of unemployed. But that number is dropping. So that's good. 8.05 million right now. And we're going to have these jobs finishing up quite regularly. So where else do we need jobs? I mean, market access needs to be worked on. Artillery is expensive right now. So let's go ahead and hop over to our arms industries. And let's build another arms industry in, say, Michigan. Queuing that up at the end. So we're always going to try to be maxing out our construction queue here, right? We're still building very, very quickly. So that's good. We have finished up our investment pool. And that's why we're currently negative. Dropping our taxes would be really good, but we can't do that at this point. Not yet. Looks like we're starting to level off on our standard of living drop-off. That's good. And we're constructing like 15 pages simultaneously, or like 14 and a half. Or actually like 13 and a half. That's reasonable. I think that is reasonable. So we still have some market access issues, of course, and we will continue to work on these. I guess that went into Ontario? Ontario? Good. Okay. I was concerned that it wasn't going to go into Ontario, but it absolutely did. Cool. We'll get those railways underway, getting all of that going. I want to hop into our buildings over here, make sure everything is set to auto-expand. Steel mills, you guys can auto-expand. Arms industries, auto-expand. Power plants, auto-expand. Not that we're necessarily going to have them auto-expanding for a little while, anyway. Actually, our construction has dropped off. What do we need to be working on? Radios are still expensive. So let's do another electrics industry. This one in California. Cool. That's not maxing out our construction either. So, what else do we need? We still have need of steel. We're still making steel mills, but I think another location for steel mills does actually make sense. So let's go ahead and bring this. That was not what I wanted to press. There we go. We'll go ahead and bring this up in Ohio. Perfect. Okay, that looks good. So we're trying to balance our economy around constructing here optimally. Now, we could actually drop another construction sector. I think it would be close to 5,000. Yeah. That looks ideal. Beautiful. Steel is currently expensive, and there's going to be a lot of turmoil here, no doubt about that. So what do we have for unemployed right now? 6.49. That number is coming down sharply. I love it. That's absolutely great. So with that being in recovery, things are looking very good there. Yes, this looks good. We can balance our economy around this extraordinarily easily. We just need a little bit of time to get these people back to work. Insufficient taxation capacity in Michigan. And we'll definitely build a government administration there. I put that at the end of the list. I don't think it really matters all that much. And we are going to need probably additional railways. Checking in Ohio. I feel like we built a lot here recently. But we actually do need to continue to work on that. So, 1, 2, and what is this? 79? Yeah, so 3, and 1, 2, 3 in Pennsylvania. 1 in Durango. And that all looks good. Excellent. So what else is considered expensive? Aeroplanes. Aeroplanes are still expensive. Fair enough. So we'll go and make ourselves another set of war machine industries. In, looks like Michigan. Looks good. And we'll just queue this on up. Cool. So that's all underway. And we have quite a long queue here. No doubt about that. No problem. Excellent. And with that, it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to get all of these unemployed people to work. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Ken2In, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Unisil, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.